The market doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It moves, it pressures, it demands a decision. And what you do in that moment separates the professional from everyone else. Every trader knows what pressure feels like. The position is moving, the decision window is closing, time is compressing. And in that compression, something changes in how the brain works. The prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational decision-making, loses ground. The amygdala, the part built for threat response, takes over. What feels like a considered decision is often a pressured reaction. And pressured reactions almost never follow the system. They follow the emotion. This is not a discipline failure. It is biology operating exactly as designed in an environment it was never designed for. Watch what pressure does to the amateur trader. He enters too early before the setup is complete because waiting feels dangerous. He exits too late because the pressure of the moving market makes the exit feel premature. He increases position size under pressure because a larger position feels like a faster solution. And he abandons his system entirely because the system feels too slow for what the market is doing right now. Every one of these decisions feels completely rational in the moment. Every one of them is being made by a brain under threat, not a brain operating clearly. The amateur confuses urgency with insight. They are not the same thing. Urgency is biology. Insight is what happens when biology is managed. The professional doesn't make decisions under pressure. He makes them before it arrives. This is the fundamental difference. Not that professionals feel less pressure. They feel exactly the same pressure. But their decisions were already made before the market created the conditions that produce it. The entry criteria are written. The stop is placed. The target is set. When pressure arrives, there is nothing left to decide. The system decides, not the amygdala. This is why the pre-trade checklist is not a bureaucratic exercise. It is a pressure management tool. Every item checked before the trade is one less decision required during it. Here are the 3 principles professionals use to make decisions under pressure. First, slow down before you speed up. Pressure creates the feeling that speed is required. It rarely is. A breath, a pause. A single question. Does this trade qualify right now? That pause costs seconds. It saves accounts. Second, return to the written rule. Not the rule you remember, the rule you wrote. Before the session, before the pressure. When you were calm and thinking clearly, that version of you was more accurate than the one staring at a moving screen. Third, do less, not more. Pressure creates the urge to act, to do something, to respond to what the market is doing. The professional response to pressure is almost always to reduce activity, not increase it. Smaller size, fewer trades. Stricter criteria. Not because the market is more dangerous under pressure, because you are. The ability to make clean decisions under pressure is not a personality trait. It is a practice. And it is built the same way any practice is built. Through repetition in lower stakes environments until the behavior becomes automatic in higher ones. Start with one rule. Before every trade, regardless of how much pressure you feel, you must read your checklist. Every item, every time. Not because you will forget the criteria, because the physical act of reading creates a pause, and in that pause, the pressure loses some of its grip. Do this consistently for 60 days. Watch what happens to your decisions when the market moves fast. Watch what happens to your results when your decisions stop being made by pressure and start being made by process. Pressure is not the enemy. Unprepared decisions are. Prepare before the pressure arrives. That is the 4th principle of trading mastery. Full framework in the description. I'll see you in the next trade.